Good morning and welcome to Fiends of Football. Today we're going to be reviewing the Adidas Champions League Finale Official Match Ball Munich edition for the final in 2012. That was played between FC Bayern Munich and Chelsea Football Club. Before I get into the ball in that game itself, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the semifinals that led up to that final. First one being between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, which ended in penalties after extra time when the teams were tied, and Ronaldo, Ramos, and Kaká all missed penalty kicks to basically give it to Bayern Munich, who scored all of their spot kicks and pulled off a stunning win over what I think was a stacked Real Madrid that were basically unplayable and unbeatable throughout La Liga and in the Champions League season. So to see them dumped out on penalty kicks was a huge shock. Even for a team that was as good as Bayern Munich at the time, was I think unbelievable. Then again, that's football. It happens. The bigger shock came in the other semifinal between FC Barcelona and Chelsea Football Club. First leg, of course, ended up being 1-0 to Chelsea with Didier Drogba scoring the only goal in that game. But you name it, everyone had them against the ropes for the second leg, and no one ever thought that they would beat Lionel Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. Barcelona team, they were, for the longest time, just unplayable themselves. Hailed as one of the best football teams of all time. They had basically every good Spanish player that played for the Spanish national team that won the Euro in 2008, the World Cup in 2010, and then the Euro again in 2012. I mean, they were just unbelievable team, stacked full of quality, and the second leg was expected to be a demolition of Chelsea. And the game went on. It was a lot of pressure. Barcelona put on Chelsea. Before you know it, it was 2-0. Goes from Iniesta and Busquets before halftime, and it was looking to be a landslide victory. With one attacking play, Ramirez lobbed the ball over Victor Valdez and basically tied the game up at 2-2 and gave Chelsea the upper hand due to the away goals rule. Second half came, and there was continuous pressure on Chelsea from FC Barcelona for that winning goal. And of course, that pressure had every Barcelona player in Chelsea's half. Eventually, Didier Drogba was sucked off by Fernando Torres, who at the time was viewed as one of the biggest flops in Premier League history. He cost Chelsea £50 million, which I think at the time was a record. So he came off for Didier Drogba, and in the 92nd minute, video replays don't really show exactly what happened, but he was given the ball, and he was, I think, don't quote me on the number, but he was 20 yards ahead of the last Barcelona defender or player, whoever that was, and he was one-on-one with Victor Valdez. He shuffled him to the side, and he put the ball in the goal. essentially ending any hopes of Barcelona winning that tie and eliminating from the Champions League, sending Chelsea to the Champions League final versus Bayern Munich. Incredible scenes. I mean, I'm sure the betting companies lost quite a bit of money on that game, as no one was expecting Chelsea to win, especially after what was inexplicably unbelievable moment when John Terry got a red card for a silly move when he hit out at a Barcelona player. Didn't make sense. And you put it all into perspective that Chelsea beat one of the best teams of all time with one less player. You know, what else is there to say? They deserve to be in the final. So here we are. FC Bayern Munich is playing the final in Munich in their home stadium at the Allianz Arena. Everything looks set for them to, win it at home, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if it was if it had ever been done before. So it was looking to be quite special for FC Bayern Munich. The only problem was they were playing a very determined Chelsea with very good quality players, legends of their football club, living legends. And so on to the final, and Bayern Munich, I think through Thomas Müller, scored a goal, and we're leading 1-0 heading into the last minutes of the game. When Juan Mata, I think, took the corner that put the ball on the head of Didier Drogba, cementing his status even further in Chelsea folklore, to head the ball beyond Manuel Neuer, ties the game up at 1-1. Now, I'm not sure at which point Arjen Robben was given a penalty, if it was before Didier Drogba's tying goal or after, but he had the chance to basically eliminate Chelsea's hopes, but he ended up missing a penalty kick, sending the game into extra time. Extra time proved nothing, and onto the spot kicks. Again, giving Didier Drogba the chance to win the Champions League trophy for Chelsea for the first time with the last pot kick in a row. And he nailed it. He sent it to the back of the net, won the game, won the title, and cemented his status as, probably in my books, one of the top 2 best Chelsea players of all time. Of course, players I pick are from my generation, Didier Drogba or Frank Lampard. I don't know if there's any two better than those two during my time. And on to, and that's the game. Now this is the ball. Made by Adidas. I think they've owned the rights for over 20 years now to the Champions League, and they haven't disappointed. They've made great balls, but my favorites are these versions with the star panels. There's nothing else out there like it. It's a Champions League logo. They've been able to incorporate that into the Champions League soccer ball, making them extremely unique. I've owned every single Finale ball from the moment they started, and this one right here is special to me. not because of the game. The game itself is always going to be special, but I really like the colors that they chose for these star panels here. There's a really good soft contrast between the color and the white patches. I like how they did the two logos on each side of the Champions League trophy with, of course, where the game is being played and the year. The Adidas logo, of course, official match ball. This comes in size 5, if you didn't know. And for added touch, on the white panels here, hold on, let me pick a good one. On the white panels here on the side, they always have a day, not a day, but where the game was played, where the final was played of that year. So for example, 2006, it was in Paris at Stade de France. 2009, you can see it was in Rome at the Stadio Olimpico. And let's pick another one. There's not one here. Sorry, I have the ball on a little stand here. Here we go, 2010 in Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. You know, again, Real Madrid didn't make that final. They really wanted to, but it just shows you how hard it is to win it on your home turf. It's nearly impossible. So, what else do we have here? So here it is. 2-year shape guarantee, made in Pakistan, size 5. There you go again. 2001, it was in Milan at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium. And then of course you have the FIFA quality approved stamp. Serial number. 2002 was in Glasgow, Hampton Park. Okay, yeah. And this is where you put the needle point to pump it up. And last but not least, you've got the what do you want to call these? But I think that's to give the ball shape during flight. Makes it aerodynamic. Now I played with one of these, not this one specifically, but I played with the 2013 Wembley one. You know, fully pumped. I don't know how they do it. You know, maybe it comes with time or with practice, but I had one of these balls and they just fly at just tremendous speed. Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference in quality between what you would pay for 20 bucks and what you'd pay for 150 bucks. Yeah, the quality is there. It feels, you feel like a professional. It's they're great balls. They're great. And one last look. You guys let me know how you feel about this ball. I like it. It's part of my collection. I'm really happy with it. Personally, I hope they never change the star panel shape design. It's flawless. The only difference between now and, so we're now in 2021, and ironically, Chelsea are the Champions League winners for the second time. They beat what everyone thought was the heavy favorites, Manchester City, in that final. But the difference between that soccer ball and this soccer ball is, you'll have to Google the other ball just to see exactly what I mean, but the star tips intertwine. They're not directly connected, they intertwine here. So they are changing the design a little bit. Not a big deal, but to me, this is it. This is the finished touch. Yeah. So I have quite a bit more of these soccer balls that I'll be reviewing, so stay tuned. Have a good one.